to an Origin of Energy lifestyle clip. So I'm here with Vicky and Tim, and we're on this beautiful farm here, and we've come up for the day, and it's about 2.5 hours outside of Sydney, and it was a beautiful drive. And we've come to pick blackberries and have an amazing lunch, and also to hear about Tim and Vicky's experience of having the farm here, and they run the Nourishing Australia Foundation, which integrates a lot of Weston A. Price's philosophies, which is awesome, and it's getting it out there in a huge way. But you've just recently bought this block of land and making that transition to having more of a connection with the earth.
Having to put our money where our mouth is.
Yep. Not get blown away. So what was the the driving force behind getting this block of land and getting this started?
Well, I grew up in the country and Tim grew up in Africa, so we've always had a country connection, and we just always had this dream that we wanted to have our own bit of land so we could play with pasture and animals and just be out in the country.
Yeah.
We thought we were actually going to spend a lot of time looking for places, never actually find anything, and have our fun driving
just
around.
driving around.
Just like you do.
Like we're doing now.
Yeah, we had such a lovely time.
Just
we'd drive north, we'd drive south, and we were really having a lovely time just looking. And then we drove onto this place last August or July, and we were just blown away. We suddenly, because we were looking for a view.
Yeah, you got one.
Yeah, we were looking for a creek. We got one, and we wanted a shed. And here we drove onto this place, and it had the shed.
And we got the shed. And it's got power.
Shed with power and a wood fire, and the view and the creek, and also we wanted the change of climate. We wanted a cold country. We wanted high.
Yeah.
We wanted
seasonal.
We loved the idea of just heading for the mountains.
Yeah.
And
you wanted a tractor too, and you got a tractor.
Well, we had to get a tractor because we've got weeds. We need to slash. We need to get it all under control.
Yeah.
So we found this Italian tractor that goes up and down the hills.
Tim's mastering. He was out there this morning while we were picking blackberries. He was out there slashing and getting the hang of it.
Slash it, Tim.
Slash it, Tim.
Dangerous.
So, and then the plan for this is to also do offer an experience for people as well.
Well, just to be able to share it with our friends, and also
put into practice
we're
all this stuff.
very interested in sustainable agriculture, eco-agriculture, and we'd like eventually people just to be a bit of a drop-in, like an artist retreat, except a farmer's retreat where people can come and just talk and
learn
swap ideas
by experience as well,
and just share information.
Because that's a big transition, like to have lectures and to do presentations and stuff like that is one thing, but when people come in and they can really feel what this is about, and really come and live
like
it.
You have and pick blackberries and get prickles
and get blackberry hands.
And when we're doing work on the creek, we'll have friends up and roll rocks in and create ponds and slow down the water.
Just have all your different projects lined up and say, well, when this friend's coming on, we'll go do that.
We've got some friends who are ex-farmers who are keen to come up and help us with the fencing, because we're complete beginners in all of this, so we're just learning. Big learning process.
We have all these plans about what we're going to do with water on the place. At this stage, we've got no idea how it's actually going to happen. But this is the
We've got plans.
So we've got to work backwards and work out how it is you make it actually happen.
So we're learning about permaculture and
Well, the guy from Permaculture.org, he's done a lot all over the world with the waterwork stuff and the landwork stuff, but being able to make all the places drought-proof and maximise it.
Well, Vicky's been to, we've listened to Peter Andrews a few times, and awesome. Vicky's been and visited him, his place. And we've seen stuff that he's done down near Redwood, the whole water system there.
so we're really keen to. This place has been badly degraded because it's been overgrazed and neglected. So we saw it very much as a Renault job. We want to regenerate the pasture, regenerate the creek, and just make it
fertile.
Yeah,